Hey, good evening. Hope you had a great weekend. Hopping on this Facebook Live update because it's been a quiet weekend, but tonight we have some weather moving in, some pretty heavy rain and some pretty strong winds. And if you were noticing earlier during the afternoon, there was a whole lot of severe weather across Oklahoma, Kansas, and that did stay west of us. But tonight, storms are weakening and moving in. So right now it's looking dry, but let's get right to it. Seeing the heavy rain and the gusty winds moving in. So here's high heat and cooling mega Doppler radar right now. It is showing the activity further west, but quickly making its way in. We had a few showers earlier this evening, and right now, kind of in between the light showers and that heavy rain. So the winds, that is going to be a factor as well. We're seeing those winds a bit breezy right now, but as that system approaches, it's going to be picking up even more. So we're getting some questions about some towns. I'm going to give you the whole forecast right quick and then answer some questions after that because we're going to be seeing a pretty active night. So we have a wind advisory that is going to be in effect for the whole forecast area from right now to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. South winds are really going to be picking up, even seeing wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So that is quite breezy. So out of the south direction. So tomorrow morning, if you're traveling from east to west and you have a high profile car, that could make it a bit tricky. So especially with the heavy rain and that wind tomorrow morning, definitely plan for some extra time on that Monday morning drive. Notice the American flag whipping around. This is Fort Smith, Miss Laura's. It is 63 degrees. The dew point still pretty dry, but that wind is picking up. And as the winds pick up, the moisture will also increase too. Here's Interstate 49 in Rogers. Seeing a few cars out there late this evening. It is pretty mild across the area, around 60. So you might even need the AC tonight. Rogers, 57 degrees. Not going to cool down all that much because we are going to be seeing the rain moving in, and that cloud cover is going to keep things quite warm. Now, here are those rain chances going way up, especially during the Monday morning drive tomorrow. So the best chance for rain is going to be during rush hour. Here is the River Valley showing those rain chances going up as well. And then even tomorrow afternoon, we might even see a few additional showers and storms tomorrow afternoon. And here's a look, satellite radar picture. We had a few passing showers. Right now, the rain is right on the doorstep. And as we expand the view, there is a severe storm watch across near the Dallas area, and that's where the main severe storm threat is. So south of that warm front, ahead of that cold front, all that energy is going to be making its way in tonight. Taking a closer look, notice the heavier rain is still further off to our south and west, but that will be moving in as we go throughout the overnight. Now, we had some severe weather earlier during the day off to our west. Now, as the storms move east, they're going to be encountering some more stability. So the storm potential will decrease, but we're definitely going to be seeing that rain moving in. And we could see a few stronger storms too. We had that level 1 marginal risk for severe weather, mainly just in our far southwestern counties. So it's going to be mainly a heavy rain event with a few storms possible Sunday night into Monday. And then here's tomorrow into Tuesday morning. That severe storm threat will make its way off to our south and east. So across Mississippi, Louisiana, and southeastern Arkansas, that's where the main severe storm threat is tomorrow. But for us, we could see a few stronger storms. So here is the latest HRRR model run showing the rain moving in after midnight. So here's midnight, the rain right on the doorstep. And then as we head into around 5 a.m. So if you're waking up early, 5 a.m., you might see some heavy rain. Might be some good news for people who get to sleep in a bit later. Going to be some nice ambient rain, but might even become heavy at times, though, as this system is packing a punch. And now as we go throughout the morning hours, notice how the rain, it kind of lingers into the evening or into the late morning. So here's 10 a.m. Still seeing some of the rain. This might be a bit overdone, but I do think we're going to be seeing the front pushing through during the afternoon, and that should bring in some drier air. But we have an additional front that will make its way in tomorrow late afternoon and evening, and that will give us another chance for a few storms. So here is on the way home from school and work, 6 p.m. We could see an additional pop-up shower or storm along another cold front. Now, that cold front will usher in some pretty cold weather. So notice how those storms exit by around 10 p.m. And then beyond that, the forecast dries out and it should be staying dry. But until the dry weather, check out all the rain. Now, this is just through tomorrow. Might even see up to 2 inches of rain. So that is a lot for us here across the area, and with the rain and with the winds whipping, that does kind of increase the chance for trees to potentially fall over. Now, usually when we talk about trees falling over, we're talking about severe weather, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Now, these winds 40 or 50 miles per hour along with the rain, that might become an issue for us. So notice all that rain making its way in, and then we should dry out after that. And then here is the cold air. So let me get myself off there and to show you how it's going to be cooling down. Definitely Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning is going to be getting quite cold. So here is tonight's. It is going to be the wind advisory will be in effect. Rain and storms become likely. Tomorrow, heavy rain and storms, gusty winds, quite the active forecast. So if you're just joining me doing this Facebook Live, because you can see the headline right down below me, heavy rain and gusty winds tonight and Monday morning. So let's get to some questions. How's Rudy looking tomorrow? So the whole area is going to be seeing that heavy rain moving in. So you just go back to the top here. So heavy rain and gusty winds tonight. The whole area is going to be experiencing that. And then the whole area tomorrow is going to be seeing a hazardous Monday morning drive. Now, right now it's not raining, but that is going to be changing. So let me show you the future track again here, because that's probably the most important part. So here's the HRRR showing the rain moving in. So another question about Grove, Oklahoma. You're going to be seeing the rain starting to happen real soon. Can actually look at Mega Doppler, zoom in on Grove, Oklahoma, and you can probably see some of that rain already making its way in. Yeah, so if it's not raining now, it's going to be raining within the next couple of minutes or so. And then it's really not going to stop. We're going to be seeing training storms. And what that means is it means we're going to have a line of storms that kind of like a train on a train track. It's going to keep raining on the same spots. So that's why we're seeing the higher rainfall totals. So here's Mega Doppler showing that rain making its way in. Zoom out, you can see some heavier rain further south. And that's out of the forecast area, but that's moving into northwest Arkansas. We are okay. Kimberly is saying we are okay in East Arkansas if y'all just keep it all over there. Now, East Arkansas, if you're in Southeast Arkansas, you have to worry about tomorrow, Kimberly. And because that's where the severe storm threat will be tomorrow. Here is the day 2 outlook. Now, this is worth noting across Southeast Arkansas, where we have that enhanced risk. Let me actually zoom in on that for you. Yeah, so tomorrow the main severe storm threat is going to be across central and southeast Arkansas. Here's Wyatt, weather intern. Appreciate you coming on, Wyatt. Do you think the Naturals game at 6 p.m. tomorrow will be postponed? That is a really good question, Wyatt, because I think there is definitely going to be a chance of that happening, and I'll show you why on this satellite radar picture right here. So we've got low pressure area across the Texas Panhandle and associated cold fronts. That is going to be the focus for the rain tonight. But notice another low pressure area across Nebraska and a draped cold front off of that. Now that is going to move in tomorrow afternoon and evening, and that could fire up a few shower storms right around 6 p.m. Kimberly is asking about Van Buren. Yeah, the whole area is going to be seeing the rain picking up tonight. And then tomorrow morning, that commute is definitely not looking the best. So here's a future track. Again, this is future radar. It's not happening right now. Here's Sunday. And then as we go into the overnight hours, here is midnight tonight. The heavy rain still west of us. But as we fast forward, here's 5 o'clock in the morning. Van Buren definitely seeing some of that heavy rain potential. And then all of northwest Arkansas, just a heavy swath of rain looks to be moving through tonight. So on the Naturals game during the afternoon, I'll get to that in just a second. But here is Monday morning, 5 a.m. So on the morning drive, definitely going to be seeing rain. Make sure the windshield wipers are working good because this rain is going to be pretty heavy. And with the winds, it's just going to compound that travel risk. And then here's 10 a.m. Monday. Beyond that, a little break in the action. Notice how that activity slides eastward. But then here's that cold front, and right around the Naturals game, 6 p.m. Could see a few pop-ups. I think this is going to be definitely be more isolated, but we could see a few of those pop-ups. James wants snow. Well, James, I can't give you snow, but I can give you some cold weather. And just in case you missed the 10 p.m. news, here is the 7-day forecast. And notice how active it is. We got Windy Willie on there tonight for that wind advisory. We got the heavy rain tomorrow morning, cold front tomorrow afternoon. But here is the cold air. So you wanted snow. I can't give you snow, but I can give you some morning freezes. Now, Tuesday morning, right around freezing. Now, Tuesday morning is going to be a bit breezy too, so there will be a wind chill factor. Tuesday afternoon, it's going to stay pretty cool. Wednesday morning, that is the coldest morning of this 7-day stretch. High is still in the 50s. That is unseasonably cool for sure. Another freeze Wednesday night. But then notice a nice warm up just in time for Easter weekend, Good Friday back in the 70s. And then maybe even up into the 80s by Easter Sunday. Now, Easter Sunday, at this point, cloud cover looks to be increasing ahead of a cold front. But I think the cold front at this point will hold off until Monday. Now, it is far out. This could change, but as of right now, because the Easter Sunday is looking pretty good. Kelly, will it cause bad, strong storms? Yeah, we could see a few stronger storms. Now, I showed you the risk a little bit ago. I can show that to you again. The severe storm threat for us looks to be on the lower side. The same could not be said for Kansas and Oklahoma earlier during the day, though. But notice for us, just general non-severe storms for most of the forecast area. Now, our far southwestern counties might see a few stronger storms. But the storms along the line right now are not severe. Can show you right now. Here's Mega Doppler, Fort Smith radar, showing the activity moving in. There is no severe storms along that line, but as that low-level jet kicks in, that may change. So we'll be watching it. Josh will be on here in the morning, and he will watch it. But as of right now, just some rain looks to be making its way in. Again, northwest Arkansas, completely dry, but starting to see. I zoomed in on Grove a little bit while ago. That on the fringes of the forecast area, starting to see some rain. Holly, is this just rain and wind event? Well, I don't want to rule out hail or even a tornado threat. It is very low, but in southeastern Oklahoma, so LaFleur County, southern Scott County, that is the area where if there was going to be tornado potential, that's where it would be. But again, I'm not too concerned about that, but we can't rule it out as always. If the low-level jet kicks in and the wind fields line up, that could be a possibility. That's why we're always watching the radar. So yeah, we could see a little bit of hail, but it is definitely the um, lower end of the spectrum. I can actually bring up a graphic. Standby. That kind of breaks down the severe weather threats. There we go. Here we go. All right. There it is. So, damaging winds, very low, large hail. Um, Ignore the headlines there. This is an old graphic. It hasn't been edited recently. But damaging winds, yeah, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, large hail. Um, yeah, maybe in our southwestern counties, but again, we're not even included in the risk area here. But a few up to a quarter can't be ruled out, and then tornadoes of very low threats is not even being indicated for us. But again, we can't rule it out in our southwestern counties where that marginal risk is. That is the best chance for any kind of severe weather as we go throughout the overnight hours. Kai, thank you so much. Appreciate that. You had a birthday a couple weeks ago. Appreciate it. Lisa is asking about Bella Vista. I think it's going to be out here by Tuesday. Definitely by Tuesday, but tomorrow's going to be quite the active day. And if you missed the feature track, I'll show that to you again. I'll even show you a different model. I've been showing the HRRR model because I think that's been handling it the best, but let's show a different one. Let's see what we can load up here. Stand by. I'm going to get the graph model up, our in-house model. Let's see what the short range is doing. Has to load all the elements. All right, here's the short range graph model showing the rain making its way in really around 4 or 5 a.m. That's going to be the best chance for rain. That I think is moving out here too quickly. The graph model usually has a tendency to have the storms exit earlier than what they're going to do, and I think is doing it again. Here's the long range graph model showing 5 a.m. moving out of the area by around noontime. So again, it's going to be mainly in the morning, but we could see some redevelopment during the afternoon. So, is the Naturals? That game. Okay, yeah, is that the game that Wyatt was asking about? Naturals Royals. That game's tomorrow. That could be impacted if it's at 6 p.m. So I'll show you that. I'll show you another model. I can show you the NAM. This is the North American model. This is a 3 kilometer, a pretty good resolution. Usually not the best though to be looking at, but the same deal. Has it moving in a little bit later. So here's daybreak tomorrow, right during rush hour. Rain continues even into post noontime. Notice how that transfers east of us. And then look at that. That is that cold front making its way in. So Jason and Wyatt were both wondering about the Naturals game. I believe 6 p.m. was the time frame for that. Yeah, it might be impacted. I wouldn't rule out having a game, but there might be some issues with that game with that secondary cold front coming in. Thanks again for the birthday comment. Really appreciate that. What about Northwest Arkansas? Yeah, definitely Northwest Arkansas is going to be seeing a heavy rain. So here's the NAM model. This time frame is 8 p.m. Monday. But I still think the most accurate model is the HRRR. and I will show that to you. So if you're just joining, we have about 400 people on here right now. We got some heavy rain moving in tonight. Here's the headline right down below me. Gusty winds. We have a wind advisory is now in effect, and looking at the radar, starting to see that rain making its way in. Eastern Oklahoma is going to get it first, and then Northwest Arkansas, and then our far eastern counties. So tomorrow morning definitely is going to be seeing some travel issues. Yeah, the storms are on a weakening trend as they travel east, but as that low-level jet picks in over night to night, they might pick up in strength a little bit, but as far as severe weather potential, is looking low. It's looking mainly like a heavy rain and wind event. And I've been talking about the winds. Let's show a computer model. Let's load up a computer model forecasted wind. So here is the graph model. Stand by. Here it is. So here is forecasted future winds. So as the rain moves in, the winds, they're going to be picking up too. Now these are forecasted wind gusts out of the south direction. Here's 3 o'clock in the morning. Fayetteville, 41 miles per hour. Keep in mind, severe wind gusts are 60 miles per hour. We're going to be below severe level, but definitely it's going to be pretty gusty as we go throughout the overnight and into tomorrow morning, and then even into tomorrow afternoon. This might be a little bit overdone. I think the winds will significantly drop off tomorrow afternoon. Fayetteville, Arkansas. So we're going to be getting wind and heavy rain. If you mention a town in the forecast area, you're going to be getting the heavy rain and the wind. So this isn't just. It's definitely worth noting that this is for the whole forecast area. So thank you for the comment, Karen. Fayetteville, Arkansas definitely is going to be seeing the wind. We have that wind advisory now in effect, and it will stay in effect through tonight into tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Monday. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and the rain, everybody's going to be getting it. Another question about Fort Smith from Chris. Yep, I can show you how we are definitely going to be getting that rain. So feature track, I still think the best feature track is the HRRR. So we got questions about Fort Smith, Fayetteville. Another question. Yeah, so here is a future track. Here is right now. Let me put that into motion. Midnight, the rain is right on the doorstep. Interstate 49 corridor, right around 4 or 5 a.m. That's when the heaviest rain is. And that's right around that Monday morning rush hour time. Heavy rain continues through tomorrow morning. Heading into the afternoon, we should see a break in the action, but then we have a cold front. Notice some more storms develop tomorrow afternoon, and then we should see that pushing east of us Monday evening, and then some cold air moves in. So as far as the rainfall totals, here is the HRRR. Now this is just through Monday, up to 2 inches of rain. So we're going to be seeing training storms, and what that means is storms go over the same spot over and over and over, just like a train tracks, and that's where we get the flooding. So the flooding will be a potential for us. So Dolly just coming on. Are we expecting high winds in Northwest Arkansas? Definitely expecting wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Now, those are pretty gusty. Just looking at the questions. Oh, so James likes the cold weather. James wanted snow, got cold weather. Yeah, I don't mind the cold weather every now and again, but the cold, it does get old. And I know it does rhyme, but I think it rhymes true because I'm looking forward to the Easter weekend where we do see the warm weather moving up. Good question. How are the dew points? And there's been a reason why I haven't been showing the dew points. That's because we've been having technical difficulties. And I'm interested to see if our dew point map here works now. Let me try and load it up. Stand by. Yep. Yeah. So for some reason, the graph model, the dew points, they're not showing up. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to make them show up. Let me edit this. Let me. I want to save over it. Ooh, that's lame. That's not going to work. I can show you a contour real easy. I don't want to change the plots because I got to save over it, and it's just going to be a pain. All right, here is a NAM contour. Now, notice how the moisture is well off to our south and east, or south and west, and it's gonna move in, but not until tomorrow morning, and we're not expecting a lot of instability. So the dew points will be on the increase, but notice how the deep moisture is going to be remaining across Louisiana in southern Arkansas. That's where the severe storm threat will be tomorrow. Hearing some strong winds at the moment. Should we be concerned? Richard, wondering where you are. Because, yeah, the winds are definitely picking up. We do have that wind advisory. You can see these winds out of the south, southeast. They're gonna be increasing as we go throughout the overnight. Nothing to be too concerned about. It's going to be under severe levels. I think wind gusts maybe up to 30, 40 miles per hour. I used to live in West Texas. This daily occurrence, pretty much. Well, not quite daily, but we did get some pretty strong winds. Yeah, these winds with the rain, that is a compounding issue that's going to affect the morning commute. Let me keep scrolling down here. Rogers, whipping hard on Rogers. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me here's our Pinnacle Parkway's tower camera. Let's see if it's shaking around. Hope it doesn't blow off. This is a brand new camera. It looks nice and crisp. South southeast, 16 miles per hour, 57 degrees. Dew point still 42. Peyton is asking, is there a hail threat with this? Very low hail threat. Mainly heavy rain and wind within this event, but again, it can't be ruled out. Here's a good question: is this going to lessen the allergy levels at least this week? Huh. Well, we have some heavy winds and we have some rain. That is definitely going to cleanse the air for at least Tuesday. I think Tuesday should be okay because we got the heavy winds ripping through the, as it rains, it kind of cleanses the atmosphere because the rain kind of catches all the particulates and just has them on the ground. So after a big rainstorm, that is some fresh air. So Tuesday is going to be seeing some nice allergy weather, but then we're going to be seeing the high pressure hanging out. So I think by late week and by Easter weekend, those allergies are going to be not the best because here is what's going to be happening. So here's 7-day forecast, just in case you missed it. We got Windy Willie on there Monday morning. Heavy rain Monday morning. Beyond that, there's the cold air. Check out those morning lows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right around freezing. So planting season is not quite here. Usually mid-April is a good rule of thumb to wait for. So if you had plants outside, I would definitely plan on getting away to get them inside for especially Wednesday morning. And then there's a nice warm up, and temperatures warming up. The plants are going to be in full bloom. So the allergy forecast by next weekend is probably not looking the best. That's just my guess. But Tuesday and Monday and Tuesday should be good though. Nice warm up. Crazy windy here in Pineville. Robin, thanks for the update for sure. I definitely believe it. The winds are definitely picking up. So still getting questions. Here, this is one's from Chris. How bad will it be in Fort Smith? All right, I'll do another feature track. Here's a rule of thumb. April 19th. I like it. That's mid-April. That's mid enough for me. I think that's a good idea. So here's another. I'm just coming on too. Driving back from Tulsa when is the question here, but we got questions. Chris was asking about Fort Smith and coming back from Tulsa. Hope he's not doing it tonight. Let's show a future track. Yeah, I still think the Ace Triple R is doing the best, but let's look at the short range, and see what that's doing. Stand by. There it is. Oh, let me get the map up. All right, here's the short range Triple R. So rain moving in. I still think, all right, this is a little bit earlier, and this is a higher resolution model. And looking at the radar, I kind of believe it. So I think the rain's going to really be picking up 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then still, that is right during the Monday morning drive. So Fort Smith, that heavy rain is going to be moving in around 4 or 5 a.m. Okay, Jackie. So tonight, driving back from Tulsa tonight. Well, he's going to be dealing with some heavy rain. Good news is the severe potential is pretty low, but the heavy rain and the south winds on that west to east route, if he's in a big truck or big van, maybe if that could be an issue. So if he doesn't know about the rain, maybe give him a heads up, because it's going to be pretty heavy as he drives in. Here's 4:30 in the morning. Again, here's a future track radar. And here's right during rush hour, all that heavy rain. And then even into late morning Monday. Yeah, that's even more. I think it's going to be a rainy morning, rainy early afternoon. And Ford Expedition. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big truck. Yeah, so if he doesn't know about the rain, maybe Jackie should probably let him know about that, because with these south winds picking up and with this rain, it's going to be a pretty hazardous drive. Now, could it be worse? It could be snow. That would be worse. It's not snow; it's rain. But still, you got to have the good windshield wipers and got to have all that going. And it's going to be dark, which is not good. And with the sunrise is a whole lot later. Stand by. I'll get the sunrise timing. Tomorrow morning, Fayetteville sunrise, 7:12 a.m. So it's going to be staying pretty dark late into the morning hours. So just see, will it be severe for Fayetteville? I don't think so. I think the main severe threat is still south of us. Again, just see here's for tonight into tomorrow morning. Just a marginal level 1 risk, taking a zoom in on that. It's got LaFleur County, parts of our southwestern counties. It got all of LaFleur County, but still mainly a heavy rain threat. Fayetteville is in the non-severe T-storm highlight. And then here is Monday into Tuesday as that severe storm risk will make its way to the south and east. So I think I'm all caught up on the comments. We have about 450 people on here. So yeah, that's awesome. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. It's 11:32 p.m. on this Sunday. So yep, it's a live stream. And here's the risk for tomorrow. That has an enhanced risk. So if you're into storms, if you know people who live in Mississippi, Louisiana, southern or central, southern, and especially southeastern Arkansas, that's where we're going to be seeing the severe storm threat tomorrow. Here's a good question. How much rain are we expecting? Yeah, we're expecting a lot. I've been showing the HRRR rainfall totals, but let's see if I have any other rainfall totals. I think I do. This is the graph full kilometer. All right, here's a different standby. Got load. All right. Future track rain. Oh, all right. It kind of lags a little bit. So hold on. Let me go slower. Notice how it really picks up around 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow into tomorrow afternoon. So here is a model. Here's a model showing the rain making its way through. So here's through Monday. The graph model is showing maybe up to 1.5 inches with the heaviest rain across central and southeastern portions of the area. So if there is a flood watch, where will it be at? In our eastern counties. Let me read some comments. Hopefully. Yeah. Great comment right here, Dolly. Hopefully, with all the rain coming in, folks will take a little extra time in the morning because there's always so many accidents in Northwest Arkansas due to people being in a hurry. Yeah, tomorrow morning you do not want to be in a hurry. So I know it. Nobody wants to do it, but maybe set the alarm clock. You know, maybe plan for your morning trip taking twice as long tomorrow. So if your morning trip is 20 minutes, if you're going from Springdale to Fayetteville, maybe plan for that to be a double that timing. So you might want to wake up a little bit earlier. So this is the graph model showing 1.5 inches of rain, but I've been showing this all evening, and I'm kind of buying this a little bit more. Here's the HRRR showing more rain, showing up to 2 inches of rain. Fayetteville 1.7 inches, and we could use the rain because we actually are in a deficit. As of yesterday, Fayetteville, this is for the year. As of yesterday, Fayetteville is down 2.53 inches. So we're below seasonable normals by 2.53 inches as of yesterday. And this rain could definitely help that. Yep. So that's the rainfall totals. If you have any other questions, feel free to chime in. I think I'm all caught up. If I didn't get to your question, feel free to ask it again. It's 11:36 p.m. on this Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. It was pretty nice. It wasn't too bad. Honestly, weekend went by really, really fast for me. It was a bit chilly Saturday morning, but then during the afternoon, it was nice and mild. A little bit of sun this morning, but then the clouds rolled in and it was pretty cloudy. Will there be flooding? I think there could be flooding. As of right now, we're not under any flood watches or warnings, but that's going to be an issue. Definitely. Some ponding on the roadways, that could definitely happen because we're seeing training storms, and meteorologist Josh Rugger will be on this tomorrow morning. And then later on in the afternoon, Chief Meteorologist Dan Scoff and meteorologist Peyton Langford will be looking at this and tracking all this because it's gonna be an active Monday. It really is. It's going to be an active Monday. It's quite the interesting setup, actually. Kind of two low pressure areas here. Let me yeah, so here's what's going on right now. If you're just joining, we got this low pressure area right here across the Texas Panhandle. And this is the system. You see that warm front? There's a severe thunderstorm watch in that yellow polygon just to the northwest of the Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. And that's because they're in the warm sector behind that warm front. Seeing that is an area where we could, like, if we're going to see tornadoes tonight, that is that area and further east into southeast Oklahoma. It is a very low threat. As of right now, nothing is severe, but that's where the heaviest action is. Further north of that warm front, the moisture content really isn't quite there yet. But as those south winds pick up, that warm front will push through tonight. And then to the west of that, there's that low. We have another low across Nebraska. And we have this cold front right here behind it. Now that will push through tomorrow, giving us some more storm chances. So what time is it going to roll into Bentonville Rogers? It's totally quiet here right now. Jackie, good question. I will show the feature track again. I was going to do that. Mega Doppler showing the quiet weather. But if you're in eastern Oklahoma, it's not quiet. If you're east of Tulsa, west of I-49, we're seeing some heavy rain. And even into northwestern Benton County, maybe we can see some lightning. Probably not, though, because the Mega Doppler is not showing lightning. But here's, grab it. It seems to be down. Here's Decatur. Yeah, notice how windy it's getting. The American flag is whipping around. This must be looking west because the American flag is with that south breeze. This must be west. Now, if we're going to see lightning, this is where it's going to be. And pretty soon, the rain is going to be moving in to, that was Decatur City Hall. Pretty soon it's going to be raining there. So Bentonville Rogers, I think it's going to start to rain around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then the heavy rain moves in at around 4 or 5 a.m. No lightning right now. Yeah. And it's not really, lightning really isn't going to be, it isn't really going to be a huge deal with this. I mean, like, is there going to be lightning? Yeah, there will be, especially south of that warm front as that warm front pushes through. Might be able to see some lightning Yeah, it's just too far away. Yeah. So I'll show you a feature track, getting us some questions about Bentonville and Rogers. Let me get the short range on there. Brian, I see a question, Farmington area. Bentonville, Rogers, and Farmington are going to be seeing the rain falling pretty soon. Let me get the ACRRR up. Now, the ACRRR is a computer model. I think it's doing the best as far as the future track rainfall. So let me get it up. Here it is. So Bentonville, Rogers area, the model has it coming in at about 130. Now, it's just a rule of thumb that usually the models have the rain starting too late and have it ending too late as well. So usually the storm system is in and out quicker than what the models show. So this is showing the heavy rain around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I think that's about right. I think about 1:30 to around 2:30, that rain is going to be picking up, definitely. And then as we continue to go forward in time, notice how it kind of picks up even more at around 4 or 5 a.m. Some heavy rain. Those winds are going to be gusty. And then pretty much all morning, it's just going to be rain, heavy rain. Here's 10 a.m. Monday, still raining. Even into the early afternoon, still raining. And I know there's a big baseball game tomorrow. Arkansas Naturals. As we zoom forward into tomorrow afternoon, we can see some storm activity along that cold front. Notice how there was that low across the Texas Panhandle, and then that secondary low across Nebraska. This is the cold front with that low to our north. Here's Monday, 7 p.m. Could see a few storms. So here's a good question. David, what's the yearly total for precipitation so far? Well, for Fayetteville, as of yesterday, so it's going to be a little bit under because I haven't taken into account those passing showers earlier this evening. But Fayetteville for the year has seen 5.67 inches, which is 2.53 inches below average. So this rain is kind of needed for us. And Fort Smith has seen 8.33 inches, and they are 1/10 of an inch below average. So we could use the rain. Fort Smith will definitely be in a surplus of rain. Hey, Mark Smith. Hope you're doing well. Still think you're in Tyler, Texas. I think the rain is going to be moving in. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so like this right here is where we have the potential for some severe weather that is imminent across Texas, the Dallas area, with that line of storms making its way through. And that's where the moisture is across East Texas. Now, for us in Northwest Arkansas, it's a little bit drier. That's why we're not seeing severe storms. It's just a line of showers making its way through. So it is 11:45 p.m. Here's a good question. Cameron, if you're just joining, what's the main threat here? Anything severe? I mean, we can't rule out severe weather, but the main threat, Cameron, is looking like heavy rain and gusty winds. And even though we're not expecting widespread severe storms, don't take it lightly, because this is going to be happening right during the morning commute. We do have the wind advisory. This is in effect from right now until 6 a.m. Monday. South wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. And as far as the storm potential, here's the day one risk. So again, the severe storm threat is definitely on the lower end for us, but it can't be ruled out. Best chance for the severe weather is definitely in the River Valley. It's major windy in Prairie Grove. Yeah, believe it. South winds are going to be picking up. So again, just isolated strong storms, level 1 marginal, so 1 out of 5 for our southwestern counties. So this is through Monday, 7 a.m. And then here is tomorrow. So this is Monday, 7 a.m. through Tuesday, 7 a.m. Severe storm threat looks to be moving off to our south and east. We manage a farm ranch. Nice. Awesome. Glad everything is going well. Yeah, me and Mark used to work together in Abilene, Texas. So here's tomorrow. Now, that is noteworthy. We have a level 3 enhanced risk. Now, that means that we could see some severe weather, definitely. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, Shayla, and this is a really good point. So, do we need to worry about trees uprooting with the winds and the wet ground? Yeah, this is a combination that we do not like. We do not want the winds with the heavy rain. Now, usually when we're talking about uprooting trees, it's with the severe winds, which is above 60 miles per hour. We should be below that, but definitely with the heavy rain and with the winds picking up here, that is going to be an issue tomorrow morning. Oh, no worries, Shayla. Nope, it is all good here. Yeah, yeah, and that's a good point. If you're just tuning in, I've been doing this for about 1 hour, and I'm doing this because we got some rain moving in. It's a pretty heavy rain. Now, right now, it's well off to our west. Well, actually, not that far off to our west. It's going to be moving in soon, and it's going to be pretty heavy, along with the wind. So, approaching midnight, I'll probably just run through this one more time here. So, if you have any last questions, feel free to drop them in. I'll get to them after we run through all these once more. So, heavy rain and gusty winds tonight, making for a hazardous Monday morning drive. So here's Heil Heat and Cooling Mega Doppler right now, showing that rain off to our west. Now, right now, northwest Arkansas, good chance you're completely quiet and dry, but those winds, they are picking up for sure. Current winds across the area, the strongest winds are in our western counties. Western Benton County, seeing some wind gusts. Fayetteville, 14 miles per hour out of the southeast, and they're going to be picking up. So we have a wind advisory. This is in effect from right now through 6 a.m. Monday. Wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour out of the south direction. Now, notice that south direction. So if you're traveling from west to east in a high-profile vehicle, that could be a bit dangerous, especially with the rain. The wind's going to be whipping around the car potentially with the heavy rain. Hydroplaning will be a possibility. So definitely do not take this event lightly. Even though the severe storm threat is low, it could be definitely impactful for some, especially if you're going to be out driving tomorrow during the rush hour commute. Here's Interstate 49 right now, definitely far away from rush hour. Temperatures are cooling down a little bit, 57 degrees. South-southeast wind is picking up. Here is a Fort Smith, Miss Laura's view. Temperatures 63 degrees right now, dew point 47. And here's Rogers once again, showing the whole area. Mid-50s in northwest Arkansas, 60s in the River Valley. And dew points, yep, they're not working right now. Tonight, the rain is picking up. And definitely tomorrow morning is the best chance of rain. Notice how that is right during rush hour. So that 90% chance, might as well make that 100%. I kept it at 90 because some areas might be drying out quicker than others. But definitely going to be seeing rain tomorrow morning. And then it will continue into the late morning. And then we do drop down during the afternoon. Then we pick up a little bit during the evening as a cold front comes in. Now that cold front will usher in some pretty cold air. River Valley showing really good chances for rain. Dropping off tomorrow afternoon and then picking up again during the evening hours. So ignore the headlines. This is an old graphic, did not update it yet. Ignore the timing. Just note that damaging winds up to 60, probably not 70. Large hail, maybe up to a quarter size, and tornado threats. Again, it's not zero, but it is extremely low for this event for us. Satellite radar picture looks cloudy, and the rain is definitely moving in. We can see a severe storm watch across portions of northern Texas, low pressure area across western Kansas, another low across Nebraska. Taking a closer look, the rain is definitely right on the doorstep. Again, severe storm potential, level 1 marginal for our far southwestern counties. Heavy rain and wind threats, that looks to be the main issues for us tomorrow morning. And then here is Monday into Tuesday. That severe threat will shift to our south and east across Mississippi, Louisiana, and southeast Arkansas. They could see some severe weather issues tomorrow. But for us, here's a feature track showing the rain moving in later on tonight. Here's 5 a.m. Monday morning. That is quite active. So again, the best chance of rain is during rush hour, and those winds are going to be whipping. So definitely, I would say plan for your trip to take double what it normally takes. So if it takes 20 minutes, I would plan for 40. Probably won't take that long, but just in case, God forbid, if there's any accidents. Again, don't rush around tomorrow morning because with the wind and with the rain, it could definitely become hazardous quickly. Rain chances linger into the afternoon. And then there's that cold front from that low across Nebraska moving in tomorrow afternoon, evening, giving us another chance for a few storms. Okay, here's a question. Daytime temps, few tornado spin-ups possible. Raymond's probably talking about maybe some instability returning tomorrow during the afternoon. It is a possibility as that cold front comes through. But I do think that the tornado potential will be south and east of us tomorrow. But that being said, can't be ruled out. But for us, I think during the evening hours tomorrow, it's going to be pretty isolated. Hearing the wind blowing now in Fayetteville. I know I said I'll take questions after, but felt like a good time to answer a few questions. Hearing wind blowing now in Fayetteville. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be blowing pretty hard tonight with this low approaching the area. With the high pressure off to our northeast, that pressure gradient tightening, definitely that's why the wind advisory is in effect. Here are the future track rainfall totals, maybe even up to 2 inches with higher totals further east. So a whole lot of rain and a whole lot of wind. That is the bottom line. And then beyond this event, it's getting quite cold. Check out the extended outlook for the morning lows. Now, for this time of year, the average low is around 38. So notice tonight we're well above average. But then Tuesday through Thursday, we're not yet done with those morning freezes. It's going to be quite cold. And then next weekend is Easter weekend, and it is going to be warming up a whole lot. So here's that 7-day forecast. We have the rain and the wind tomorrow morning. Cold front moving in tomorrow afternoon. Might see a few more storms. I said mainly AM, but during the afternoon, we could definitely see a little bit of activity. Morning freezes, temperatures Tuesday and Wednesday, even during the afternoon, are going to be unseasonably cool. And then we're unseasonably warm. Thursday, upper 60s to around 70. Good Friday, back in the 70s. Easter weekend, warming up nicely, back in the 70s, maybe even into the 80s. But it is looking like a cold front is going to be moving in late next week. I still think Easter looks mild at this time, but take that with a grain of salt because this is 7 days out. This may change. I do think that we have a cold front that is going to be coming through. I think maybe Monday of next week. Not tomorrow. A week from tomorrow. Actually, there will be a cold front tomorrow, but a different cold front. So yeah, it's a pretty active spring-like forecast, and probably show one last look at the mega Doppler. Then I'll probably shut it down. Been on this for 1 hour. Seeing the heavy rain off to our west. That's going to be moving in tonight. So we've got heavy rain and gusty winds tonight and Monday morning. Could definitely make for a hazardous Monday morning commute. Well, until then, I hope I answered all your questions. And meteorologist Josh Rugger will be on tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow during the afternoon as that cold front comes in. Chief Meteorologist Dana Scoff and Meteorologist Peyton Langford will have you covered during that time frame. So until then, hope you have a great night. And if you're going to be out on those roads tomorrow morning, definitely take it slow and stay safe. Thanks. Good night.